You hear me?
What?
You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm Josh. I'm an addict. I'm not using that. Nah, I'm cool. I'm chilling. I know this is my first time here. It's my first time here. It's a beautiful thing, man. Love seeing the men get together. You know, it's something. I don't know. It's like the first thing I thought about. Like, I guess when I thought about this topic, like I don't know. I kind of just like I kind of forgot I was doing this, and then I like and then Nick reminded me. He's on my ass about it, but I thought to myself, like I don't know. I just thought to myself, like fit for the fight. I just think about men. I think about like how we come up, right? Like being fit for the fight, right? Like I guess if you take fight and then put it in terms of like life, I guess it's more or less just how we conduct ourselves before we walk in these doors. You know, it's like avoiding any type of emotion, showing any type of weakness, anything besides fear and respect is being pussy or being weak or shameful. So I guess that's more or less like, as a child or early adult, that's like all I was concerned with, like, I mean, that's just what we were kind of programmed, designed, like based off the age group that's in here. I mean, that's what we were kind of shown to do. We were led by example from somebody. Somebody showed us how to do it, right? Somebody showed us how to be tough or get what we want or manipulate, and it's more or less like that. That's kind of like, getting yourself prepared for life, right? So I could really like I'm thinking to myself, like, how did I act before I walked into the room, right? How did I prepare myself for my daily interactions with people? How did I prepare myself for, just what my skewed perception, right? My distorted thinking of life. I mean, that's it, man. It was more or less, you know what I mean? And, you kind of, get beaten and broken. And then when I came in here, a shell of a human being, like we all are when we walk in this room, and you start to learn, like, and especially the way that things are today, just society in general. It's okay to be a man and to speak your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel a type of way about something and express it instead of bottling it. You know what I mean? Most of us are ticking time bombs in here, even clean. But most of the time, like even when we're out there, that's our thinking, that's our actions, that's our ideas. That's what leads us into places, like getting high, bottling trauma, right? Jail, explosive, impulsive behavior. You come in here and it's I mean, that's what you are. You're a shell of a human being. You have no real concept of what it is to be a man or to be fit for any type of fight, whether that's life, whether that's any type of, fighting for your freedom, anything. You come in here and you have to kind of learn that. You have to be conditioned again to kind of understand what the real fight is that we fight in here on a daily basis, right? We're fighting to stay clean. We're fighting to stay out of jail. We're fighting to keep our hands off people. We're fighting to stop, you know what I mean? There's so many things and where the disease will manifest that it's different from what it was. Because now, I mean, I can remember like early on, just the same fucking behaviors. Same behaviors that got me high. Again, it's the same behaviors that led me to a relapse. And it was like not listening, not paying attention to nobody, just same old shit, same old behaviors. But then when you come in here and you realize that you can't do that shit no more. And then the more and more you do it, now it's a choice, right? It's a choice. Yeah, I can't, my disease is no longer an alibi. It's not an alibi to my behavior. So, you come in here and you learn from some men in here, and then I realize, holy, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I don't know how to talk about myself in a way that would expose me, that would put the truth out there. I don't know how to tell y'all that I'm hurting, right? I don't know how to tell y'all about past trauma, and we all experience that, whether that's molestation, whether that's, if you're in a closet, if you're anything like that, and but it's listening to men like this, that are in this room, and people like, that I've come across my path and I've built upon my foundation on, and listening to them speak about things, whether whether in their disease or with 20, 30 years clean, you know, broke, gambling shit away, you know, cheating on their wives, whatever it is, you know, you get to start to see like, okay, it's okay to talk. Now I feel comfortable. I start to no longer just be so mixed up in the differences. Now I'm seeing the similarities. I'm just like these people. Literature tells us that. You know, doesn't matter how your disease. What I mean, we're all diseased people, diseased things. And I don't know, man. Like I can remember coming in and just hating myself, and then just not knowing what I wanted to do, not knowing if I was gonna have freedom, not knowing if I wanted to be clean. All the same things we think, right? Not knowing if we want to be alive. And then you start just seeing, you see it. It's a miracle, man. It's a miracle. And then you start getting people around you, man. And I mean, straight up, I got the best cornerman in the whole NNA, period. Period. You know? And those are the guys that lead by example for me. You know? Those are the guys like, listen, I'm telling you, from like an addict ready to die, right? Ready to die, ready to risk it all, just like we are, right? I never envisioned my life. Never envisioned the things that I have, right? You know, being in a relationship is a fight. being a dad's a fight. You know what I mean? Being a business owner is a fight, right? Being a member of, what's up, man? Being a member of society is a fight, right? Trying to conduct ourselves, you know what I mean? I remember a dude told me in jail one time, you want to leave here and nobody knows that you were ever here, right? Right? How do I conduct myself and not be like, hey, my name is Josh, I'm an addict, I'm recovering, you know, like how do you know what I'm saying? It's not an excuse no more. Just learn how to be a fucking man in here. Learn how to own it, own everything. Own it. Own it. Learn how to tell the truth, you know? I mean, fuck. You know what I mean? It's not easy, you know? And it's easy after some time in here to get complacent. You know, it's easy to you start getting filled up in here. You know, you start battling, it's like the goal. You know, we all have some goals when we come in here. When you exceed them, then it's like, you know, I've made it. You know, in your mind, you know, you just go with, I'm on autopilot most of the time. You know, I get up, I go to work, I provide, I take care of my kids for about 2 hours a night, and I get bitched at for what I'm not doing. You know, you need to make more money, you need to do this, right? Shit like that. I mean, that's my life, you know? And that's tough, man. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I mean, I never thought I was fit for a relationship. I never thought I could do it. I was okay with that. Like 30 years old, I'm like, man, I'm good. I'm good. You know, let me find somewhere to plant my seed, and I'm good. I don't need nobody. You know, I don't need that. You know what I mean? And that's a battle all on its own. Keep my hands from off her fucking neck. You know? That's a fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight. I'm right 100% of the time in my mind. Even arguing with you. That's who I am. That's a defect of my own. You know what I mean? That's a defect that I have. I'm right all the time. And I'm not going to stop arguing with you. I'm not. I might give you a couple points, but I'm going to keep arguing with you. You know? And being able to compromise. And then when you compromise, oh, well, you're so much better than me. You know? That's the type of fight I'm in. It's constantly, you know? And it's tough. Swallowing my pride. My ego, my pride, you know? My outdated survival skills, right, can only get you so far in here. It can only get you but so far. It kept me alive to getting here, you know, but then you start to realize there's so much more to this. So much more. There's so many deposits of wealth and knowledge in some of these individuals in here. It can, you know, and you know, it's crazy, you know, being a dad alone, you know, not having enough time, you know, and learning from guys in here. Like, you're going to have to sacrifice some things to be a good dad in here. You know, you're going to have to, you know, having to deal with people, you know, I mean, I got business partners, you know what I mean? They're all young and they're whippersnappers and, you know what I mean? Their dicks are hard all the time. And, you know, you can't tell them nothing and shit like that. And I'm sitting there, what it takes for me to withhold my anger, you know, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, this is a new way of life. This is a new fight. This is you know what I mean? Nobody really tells you that when you walk in the door, because the only thing you can foresee is just another day clean, hopefully, you know? And I feel for the guys that come in the door now, you know? And I feel it's a different type of fight. It's a different type of fight, you know? There's so much shit thrown in your face, so many easy and pampered ways to stay clean now. Crazy, man. It's crazy. I feel for those guys, man. I feel for those guys because I know how hard it was. I do. You know, and it's so hard to foresee, you know, being able to get your kids back, get a stable job, being able to just have a couple dollars in your pockets, being able to just smoke some cigarettes. You know, you might have some old heads in here. They're not giving it to you like that. They're not giving you rides. They're not giving you cigarettes. None of that. Trust me when I tell you, believe me. Just stay in, you know. Like I said, some of that old shit that you still got just sitting inside you might get you through a couple rounds. But when you start getting banged up in here, and it's true, you will get your turn. Life will show up. It does. It will. Things are always going to be good and bad in here. Always going to be good and bad in here, man. It's a roller coaster of recovery. It is. You know, and I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, these guys, they keep me sane, but I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I am. I'm stubborn. I'm complacent. You know, I know the magic I'm looking for is always it's in the work I haven't done. You know, I know that. You know, and it's just one of those things, man. I always get these, I'm good, and then, and then we get to this sad moment, where we're kind of sharing shit, and I start crying and shit, and I start bawling, get all balled up, but that's my corner. And I don't care. Because I know they're there for me. They love me unconditionally. I mean, they might not stand me sometimes, but they love me unconditionally. That's what you need in here. You need a base. You need cornermen, period. You'll die out here. It's way more difficult. Anybody that's got anywhere within a year clean, it's different. It really is. And on the tail end of my run, it was starting to get that way. It's different, man. But everything that the program has to offer, all the core necessities the program has to offer, you need it. You can neglect it for as long as you want to, but you need it. You know what I mean? And it is only a matter of time. And I know that. I know that personally. You know what I mean? But it is, man. It is. You got to pick up that phone. You got to call even when you don't want to, even when you're busy, even when you're on autopilot. All that shit. All the core necessities of this program. And it's detrimental. It's detrimental. We just got to get up out of that, man. Get up out of that shell. Get up out of that human being that you thought you were. You have to shatter that illusion. That illusion of human being that you're going to be, you're going to walk around in here tough. You're the toughest dude in the rehab. or you're the toughest old head in the meeting. Good for you. You can go to 3 meetings a week. Motherfucker, I got to work 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? Good for you. You got the carton of cigarettes in the rehab. Good for you. Good for you. And I thought I could do it alone. But dude, God put me in places that I can't even explain to you. He just put the people there. I didn't seek these motherfuckers out. I really didn't. I didn't. Would you? I didn't. I didn't seek you. I ain't seeking. He held me hostage. I'm in the car outside the meeting. He said, "You need a sponsor?" I live with one of the sponsees. I'm telling you, man, it just put me in those places, man. God put me in those places. I can't explain it, man. It's just showing up. Be of service. Be of service. Be of service, dude. You know what I mean? Listen, I got complacent. I'm done. But listen, I got complacent. I got balled up in a hell of a relationship. Don't want to be in. Already had a kid. Get pregnant again. Now I'm really stuck. That's a whole nother conversation, but, and No, we don't. He gave me the 5 minutes. I'm done. You know, but telling you, bro, telling you, it's it is, man. It's getting in tune with a group of guys. Open up. That's all. I mean, that's really all the information I got to give you. Just open up. Take the fruit from the program, man. It is free. It's fucking free to be here. It really is, man. It's just that simple. It's laid out for you. I'm Josh, man.